just need a moment. I mean, first of all, let me turn this back. Can you hear me? Here we go. That was production. There's some pictures up there. I certainly didn't need to see my ex-wife again, but that's okay. You know, we're good. We did go to Patty's every morning, and let me tell you, those cinnamon rolls were something. All right. Before we continue, I would like to read from the book of Brodie, page 40.
Verse 1.
We'll have it. Brodie writes, "You've heard of Martin and Lewis, Abbott and Costello, Burns and Allen, but you never heard of Brodie and Simpson. That's because Tim Simpson and I couldn't decide on a name. We did some local shows under the Professor and the Kid. Since it was easy to tell, there were 25 years difference in our ages. Tim had just come off the Barnum and Bailey circuit. Boy, that's hard to say. Barnum and Bailey circuit. As a clown and juggler. That actually is harder to say. We met in a theater arts class at San Fernando Valley College in Van Nuys, California. I was doing some plays and voiceover classes and having fun." That's right. "Tim needed a place to stay in my house in the Hollywood Hills, and it was vacant because of the Northridge earthquake, so I asked him if he'd stay in the house while it was being worked on. We had a lot of jokes flying around." Did anybody actually see the basement that Tim used to live in Brodie's house? This was pretty amazing. Do you want me to, Tim, where are you? Do you want me to finish, or are you ready? We're going to move it along. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, fasten your seatbelts. Brodie's best friend, the one and only Tim Simpson. Which is why you have no career. Okay.
Richard!
Thank you very much. Getting set up during your show.
Okay, first off, I'm the kid. Secondly, I just gotta do this. It's not funny. I never heard that about me. You know, all that stuff. That was quite fantastic. That guy.
All lies.
Yeah, I know.
All lies.
A couple things right off the bat. I want to start with a Brodie invention. Thank you. Oh, you're sensational. Oh, be seated. No, cheer down. Oh, don't stop. No, really, you're on my will. You're terrific. Let's do the wave. Is it low tide? Is that it? A little timing? Let's do the permanent wave. Better. Somebody didn't use deodorant. Yeah, it happens, you know. Raise your finger. Yeah, better. Now, are there golfers? Thank you very much. Hey, let's do the microwave. That's Brodie's. He also taught me, he says, the audience have changed today. You know, in order to win them over, you gotta, show a little leg. So there you go. Some people get upset because I took a knee. I apologize. I hear some hissing. I understand that. One more thing. Everybody take your right arm and hold it nice and high like this. Good. Now move around like this. Good. Now place on the person next to you and enjoy yourself. Say boy, girl. If you're binary, stay there. Somebody needs to get a room. By the way, I have this much stuff, but we're going to edit a little bit because, and I've got some stuff that I hope it reaches you. I got to see the best of Brodie. I got to see the funny Brodie. And most of the things you see me do are either he and I created it or we did it together. So a lot of the stuff, I can't take full credit. I want you to see how funny and silly this man was, okay? So first off, we know about the shoes, right? We know, right? My underwear didn't fall down. Those are spats. You see that right there? Yeah. Now, and also this one here, that's a work shoe. I thought it was a work shoe. It's actually an orthopedic shoe. So I stand corrected. Wow. I guess I'll have services next week for me. I didn't know. And some people, they say, he looks familiar. Yeah, you didn't know Tom Cruise had a sister. What Muppet is he? Yes. So a couple things about me, then I'm going to show you the very first routine that Brodie ever saw and how we became together. But first off, if I seem a little strange today, it's because I am. That's what I do. I'm actually a rescue. Thank you, Leslie. She married me. She's Mormon and she's an only wife. So that's nice. You know where the Mormons are sitting. I met her at a mom and a mom and a mom and a mom and a pop shop. I did, yeah. People ask us, they go, you know, you're going to have kids. And when we first got married, we heard the pitter patter of little feet. It turned out to just be head lice. So I was okay. By the way, I do nice things too. I'm not just a funny man. So I actually read to the colorblind, you know, on my days off, you know. Yeah. People. And I have an emotional, emotional animal? Support animal. It's a rubber chicken. Wonderful. Makes me feel good. And I adopted a street walker. So, I don't know. One other thing. So Brodie and I used to do a lot of songs, a lot of fun, wacky, silly songs. He brought me there. And so for you people, there's a mixtape later. If anybody who wants some, come and they'll put it on eBay. And I'll keep doing it to you. No, okay. See, I have notes. Okay, this is how I met him. It was fun. So he mentioned after circus. I went to clown college. Here's what happened. I rescued a midget in an elevator shoe. And he said, "Why are you yelling?" I said, "Well, I thought you were far away." And he talked about being clown college. Now, for some of you, that's Berkeley, UC Berkeley. But anyway. And at the graduation, it's different because mandatory you to trip before you get your diploma, you know. And we had Talcum X was the speaker, you know. Ironic, he was a white face, but nonetheless. I kid. And then it was really cute after they gave us our diploma. They'd say, "Okay, see you in the car." So sweet, you know. And you know, a lot of people compare me to Red Skelton. They do. They say, "You know, compared to Red Skelton, you stink." That's not. So this, I'm going to show you this one little bit as a clown I used to do, and Brodie and I came up with this. It was kind of cute. This is an impression. It's called a clown window shopping. Okay. Yes, here, it was better. Be serious, I'm in a hurry. Okay, now, this is what happened. I came off the circus and I really felt way behind in knowing things. And I wanted to learn drama and singing and that. And I took a drama class. And Brodie was in this class. And I was angry that the teacher wouldn't have us get up and do stuff. We would sit there and talk and philosophize and let's do something. And he says, "Okay, if you want to get up and do something, next week you start bringing stuff you want to do." And this is the very first thing I did. I'm going to show it to you. It's a little juggling routine. And this is the first time Brodie and I met. So here we go. Some of this out. Okay. Can you still hear me or is that a problem? Okay. Let me start. Oh, you missed the applause point. It was right there. Just, you got me right there. If you're slow, it's sympathy. You know, it's got to be. You got to, you know, wait. I didn't mean to snap at you. Love you, by the way. Okay. And the first routine I ever did was called Juggling for Dummies. And I apologize. You look like smart people, but it's Juggling for Dummies. So if it happens, you're very sophisticated. I apologize. Here's a couple of tricks. I'll keep doing it until everybody gets it. Right? What? Here's over the legs. Yeah. And then I progress and bring a couple modern ones in. Is anybody here from Mesa, Arizona? Are you from there? Here's the Mesa, Arizona juggler. You're from Mesa, right? I'm sorry, I'll go slower. Here's a Prince. I'm kidding. Here's the handsome Prince juggle. Yes, of course it's me. Thank you, Tim. Juggling in 3D. And here's the Arizona Diamond Head juggle. I got it. I used to play T-ball. You know what T-ball is? Yeah, you ever play? I was the pitcher. So this is fine and dandy. And then one last thing I did in the class is I juggled 5. How many people think I can juggle 5? Raise your hands. Yes. All right, hands down. All right, how many people think? All right, hands down. All right, how many people? How many people dyslexic? Lower your hands. Yeah, it'll work on that. Here goes 5. Here's 5. Oh, here it is. Okay. Now I'm going to do this on 1 foot and 2 foot. I might even attempt to do it on a yard. I should be watching this. I haven't done this in a while, so let's see if I can do it. The Big Dipper, right there. I matched it out and made it nice. A couple times I had to blink. I apologize. That's the routine I did. Brodie came up to me afterwards and said, "That was trite. I didn't care for it. Not my cup of tea." I went, "What?" And I did. I apologized. I said, "Is he an old kook or something?" And I thought, well, no, he's not a kook. Well, in the next class I had was ballet. This is a true story. He was in ballet class. The teacher used to point at us and go, "Too many donuts, Brodie, too many donuts." He had a 1-pack. Yeah, see, a lot of us, we have, he likes to keep it right out there smooth. You kids with all the wrinkles stuff, you keep it nice and easy. The diet thing, just so you know, I went on a diet recently, and I thought it was the keto diet. I gained 20 pounds. It was the Cheeto diet. We were talking about it. Anyway, so every year I went to singing class, Brodie was there again. And slowly, we started to get each other. It became, and it was just unbelievably easy. And I feel, as I show you more things, I'm kind of the echo of Brodie. I am the leader. Like I brought out my toys, and some of the kids said, "Oh, there's Brodie again," you know? So I'm incredibly lucky because this is kind of a lost art. Being wacky, silly, fun. Don't have to do all the, the stamps they yell and scream and are angry. So hold on. Juggling. Oh, that was good. The juggling. Oh, I didn't do the Pelosi joke. I was gone real quick. It was a Pelosi juggle. So Brodie and I, we hit it off and we started to figure out to put something together. Now you gotta know, and you do know, Mr. Fun Pants. We would just go to garage sales and places, and we just spend endless hours laughing and playing. He loved to do shaggy dog stories. You know what those are? Okay, long jokes. We did one joke from Vegas to Victorville. I'm going to give it to you. But this is great. Just so you know, we traveled a lot. I was in Alaska. I brought him to Alaska. I got to go to Antarctica. I didn't bring him there. And a lot of people hear that and go, "Oh, he's bipolar." No, I'm tripolar. Yeah, I've advanced. By the way, if you're in Poland, truly don't go to the theater because wherever you sit, you're behind the pole. I have another one, but I'm moving on. So, what was I talking about? The traveling, the shaggy dog story. Going on, he says there's this guy, and he has every bottle that he possibly can have. Now, he'll go on and on about every type of bottle, what kind of bottle, and glass, and recyclable, and on. He goes, he says, and this guy decides he has one last bottle he doesn't have, a little space, doesn't have that bottle. So he hires a guy, a very famous explorer. And again, this goes on and on. And this explorer, he goes to China, and he goes to Africa, and he goes here, and he goes everywhere. And he finally finds this one bottle, okay? And the bottle is called a Tiz bottle. And he goes to every little cave and canyon place looking for this thing. And finally a Chinaman way up in the top, and he doesn't have it, he goes to that, he goes forever and ever. He finally finds a guy who has the Tiz bottle. So he makes his way home, and again, he takes forever to tell the story here and there, and he uses a car and a pony, and he flies a jet, and it goes on and on. He finally knocks on the guy's door. He says, "Here's your Tiz bottle." He says, "Oh, this is great. But here's your money." He says, wait. The guy says, "No, I need to know what the Tiz bottle does." Again, this is I'm shortening it. He says, follow me. The guy goes down in the basement, goes to the door, goes to the thing, the place, and there, and Hoy goes to the food court. He's hungry, he comes back. He's here, the Hoy. Yeah. Anyway, he finally goes down to the basement. He takes his bottle, and he slides it right into the space. Now this guy's every bottle. And the explorer's going, I don't get why that was such a big deal. Well, you took from Vegas to Barstow to tell me the story. Why? He says, watch. The guy takes a little mallet out and begins to hit the bottles. He goes, my country, 'tis of thee. Shaggy dog! I didn't think it was a joke, but it was a long 2 hours. Oh, he used to do magic. There's a guy, you won't know who he is. He's a kooky, silly fellow. Somebody had the little hand the other night. So I brought another little magic trick, okay? Magic trick for you. It is called the multiplying tennis ball. You know how you have like ping pong balls and cue balls and starts with a wand? This is the multiplying tennis ball. Here it goes. 2 times 2 is 4. 4 times 4 is 4. Thank you. That is the type of stuff Brodie and I did. That's the wacky. That's the fun. You know, again, silly. I fooled you, huh? You thought it'd be good. I'm going to give you a question. Okay, here's. So for the most part, I was a juggler, and I did the cruises, and that's what I did. In boxes and cigars and clubs, I had a ball. It was great fun. Then I got into ukulele, and I got into this because of Brodie. Because of Brodie, like they said, was always singing. So Brodie and I decided, and by the way, this is before the big fad of ukuleles, right? We did this 20 years ago. Now, for those of you who don't know what this is, it's called kindling. See, a lot of you don't get out. And it's not ukulele, it's ukulele. Now, I don't usually tell people this, but I got this from an Utah. I made an U-turn, you know, it was that BYU, actually, you know. And I said, ooh, I want to buy this, ooh. And Brodie and I wrote a little song. So here's the first one. H, H, H. H, H, H spells. You love Brodie, right? We're the same crowd. Okay. Now, Brodie came up with this one. I kid you not. I heard Conan and O'Brien do something like this maybe like 5-10 years ago. But this was Brodie. This is called The Last Chord of Every Mariachi Band. Simple. Easy. Boom, right down the lane. Love this kind of stuff. He also did John Wayne. Now, I know when I say that I'm dating myself, but I got a restraining order, so we're good. But, you know, it's cloning later on, so who knows? But anyway, John Wayne was a Western guy, and he would do, thank you, I can see you laughing at that, I appreciate that. John Wayne was a very great Western, and he would do the impression John Wayne doing the Jaws thing. There you go. Wah, 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 wah. I don't do a good John, but that's funny. Then he did Cary Grant doing Holiday for Strings. Remember, right? He did one a little edgy. He did the with Columbo. And he's got city sidewalks. I can't do it, but it was very fun. And then we went on a Mexican cruise. Remember? And by the way, it's not Mexico. It's called Mexico. I learned that from a Tahiti cab driver. Very sahi, yeah. I forget the name. I was having a senior moment. Oh, and this song. This is Brodie. It's fun. He was singing a song, and there was a cat outside. Really was. Cat started going, and it was off key. So I told the cat, scat. Cat started going, yeah, if you want to break up with study groups and discuss something. Wait. Oh, not many people know this, but Brodie and I have many of these things. All out of the blue, he'd start doing Snowbird. He'd go, no. Literally 10 minutes would go by. No. This went our entire life. Out of the blue for no reason. Maybe 3 weeks. See, Richard, that's why I put that song on the list. Is that it? No, you're fine. More? Oh, you're going to remember this. This is practically for Tina. We wrote a Christmas song. It was not received well. See if you remember this. Rudolph, the red-nosed reindeer. he would say, we're going to speak Irish all week long. Remember that? And we go, oh, how are you today, sir? Oh, it's a very good day to be out. He goes, seems like only yesterday I left the Port of York. And all week long, we'd have to do that. There was another, it was James Mason. I don't know if you guys remember Jason. Pass the butter. It was all week long. Oh, and we did, occasionally we do Old MacDonald. Old MacDonald had Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on this farm he had a flea, E-I-E-I-O, with a, I'm trying to scratch. Yeah, I don't have the right. We would do that, he would do the elephant. Old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O, and on this farm he had an elephant, E-I-E-I-O, with a, there. You gotta remember Brodie's doing this, by the way. I know I'm playing. He said, old MacDonald had one, yeah, and on this farm he had a snake with a list, E-I-E-I-O, with a hippie there, hippie here, there hippie, everybody, remember how Brodie, oh, hippie, everybody, hippie, old MacDonald had a farm, E-I-E-I-O. I mean, he knew how to hit. We had a couple songs we would do. Let's see which one we want to do. Oh, so Brodie had a tough time with memory. So this was one of the ones we were trying. We couldn't remember the lyrics on this one, so if you know it, help me out. Okay, he knew that one. Under frosting. Look, that happens quick. So my voice is a little high because my shorts shrunk up a little. Sometimes you know what that happens. Oh, there they are. Well, they said, Darlene says you need to be brief. So there. I stole this from a dwarf at Disneyland, which was stooping pretty low. Boom. But I like his altitude. Yeah. He said, I don't like I have to hear with him. Let me run over this material again. Hey, look at me. Look at me. I get carried away and I should be.
Yeah.
Almost done. I just got, by the way, this is really truly what it was like with Brodie. We were always going back and forth. We were talking about stuff. His jokes to me were hysterical. We go back and there was a little, I may do a couple jokes for you a minute better, just simply him. This song. It's called Bear Missed the Train. The bear missed the train. The bear missed that train. The bear missed that train and started walking. Musicians love that, see? You know where Bigfoot got his name? From his paw. Oh, I don't know that one. Oh, here's one. Here's the first song. This is true. So I was a juggler. I didn't really sing, didn't really play music. And with Brodie, you had no choice. And so we did, Carol Channing had a version of this song. I'm going to do the song and put some jokes in it. Now you have to know, this is the first time I did this kind of routine and loved it. It was humor with the song, and it was where Brodie and I really were at our home. Here it goes. Yes, sir. Now that's my baby. No, sir. I don't mean maybe. Yes, sir. That's my baby now. So I dated a lot of different ladies. I dated one. She was like this. And that was just her head. Probably the daughter of Mr. Peanut. Oh, no. And the other night I went out twins, but I didn't care for her brother. No, yes, ma'am. We can hide it. Yes, ma'am. That's my baby now. So a friend of mine married an Amish girl and drove her buggy ever since. Oh. Oh. Work the body. This too, I dated a lady, she was so ugly. How ugly? Thank you. Who does this anymore, right? That's the guy. So she went through the Haunted Mansion at Disneyland. She came out, security guard ran over and said, all right, put it back. And I dated a lady so big. How big? I took her to Dairy Queen, right? I got a Sunday, she bought the rest of the week. That's my baby now. Ha! I want everybody to do a thing, so I have a couple more things to share. I'm going to tell you this story because I think it's a very powerful story. For me, I was on a cruise ship, and I brought Brodie, and the talent night was my favorite because all the passengers, and usually they're elderly folks, wonderful folks, they would get up and they were sensational. They brought back yesteryear today. It was great. And I'm sitting back there watching and enjoying it, and they start playing this song. When you hear the song, if you know it, start singing it. If you know, oh, here it is. Hold on, I gotta get it. Here it is. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me hear you whisper that you love me true. Oh, keep going. Keep that love like glowing in your eyes so true. Let me call you sweetheart, I'm in love with you. Let me tell you something. In my generation, we don't have that. I sat back and went, what? Everybody knew the song. Back in the day, that's the way it was. We have Bring Sexy Back, Who Let the Dogs Out. Yeah. We have, my milkshake brings out the boys in the yard, and they're like, it's better than me. We don't have, right? We have my old down horse to the old down road. You guys are incredibly lucky. And for me, that was wonderful because I started to realize the importance of knowing what touched everybody's life. This was amazing. Brodie said, you don't know that? He laughed. And some of the songs that Richard and I were doing and everything, that's some of my favorite music now because when it was music had melody. And that was one big thing I got from Brodie was just that fact, that substantiation of the quality of great generations that we missed out on. So I love that. That one changed my life. And I'm going to just to see you real quick. I think I know it. You know the song, but I'm going to sing it different. Does your mother know you're out, Cecilia? Does she know you're about to steal ya? Oh my, when I look into your eyes, something tells me you and I said to get together. That's Brodie down there. I'm going to close it up with a song. I don't know when you knew Brodie, at what time. When I lived in the basement, he would take showers. Of course, doors closed. I'm not getting dirty here. He would sing the whole time in there. You'd hear full-on musicals. You'd hear that, diamonds are right, girls, that's right. Oh, you'd hear yodeling. His showers are some of the best. I mean, we survived it. Here's that again. Next tape, there'll be some water running. Just terrific. And there was one song, and it's hard to get through, but I'm going to try to play it in a very special way. I play a lot of different instruments, just so you know. So I started off playing shoehorn, but I couldn't read the footnotes. Did he just stop? I played comb, but I kept developing a hair lip. Too harsh? Too harsh? Okay. And I played, I got a couple more, then I'm going to get out of here. No, I'm going to do the song. Okay, so this song, if you know it, just sit back and appreciate it, because this to me, when I hear this, is Brodie. I don't plan to cry. I don't think I have. But you have to know the power that Brodie and I have. I will live his legacy on. Everything he is and more. I have been thrilled and honored the fact that he touched and made an impact on my life. I am better. I am funnier, sillier. I am positive. Everything that man gave me and beyond. I wrote at the end, the back of the program, I wrote that, and oops, sorry. Okay, here, I'll try to play this. But he's that guy for me. Best friend. Thank you.
That was Tim Simpson. Simpson. You got plenty of time. Relax. Where are you, Tim? Come back here. I'm not going to make you cry, but I want you to stay here for a second. I'm not going to do any of your jokes. I beg you, don't do your jokes. Shirley and Howie are going to... No, Shirley and Howie are going to set up. While I'm doing that, Tim, come over here for a second. Just come here for a second. I want you to meet somebody. Over here, I was sitting in the back. There is a woman who laughed at every single one of your jokes.
That's my wife.
And I want you... What's your name, dear?
Barbara.
This is Barbara. Barbara not only laughed at every single one of Tim's jokes,
Right?
but at one point, Barbara turns to Tim's wife, Leslie, and says, "I'm so sorry. I'm really, really sorry." Did she not do that? Did she?
You know what she said? She went, "Eh?"
So, Barbara's your biggest fan. And while we're getting some, you guys ready? You're not ready. Tim, we need you more. Where's your list? We can listen. All right. Oh, Karen's next.